What's up, guys, and welcome back to an episode of the QPR series. I believe this is going to be episode 70, so only 30 off 100 now. Whether or not we'll make it to 100 by the time FM14 comes out, I do not know, but you can now pre-order that on Steam, I believe. So, yeah, it just makes you think just how close we are. Well, we're not close, really, actually, we're in August, so... But anyway, that's beside the point. Today we're playing Manchester City in the Capital One Cup quarterfinal. Not a lot has really happened. I think we only played like 2 or 3 games since last episode. So yeah, not much to really report on. But things are going well still. Things are going really nicely. Last episode would have been the 0-0 draw against West Brom, I think, because I was supposed to do the AZ game, but I missed it. So we did West Brom. Yep, 0-0. Then we played Newcastle, beat them 1-0. Carlos Fierro scoring for goal. Then we played Everton away, drew 1-1. Mason Bennett getting a rare start, scoring a goal. Yeah, I played him because he was a bit unhappy, so he got a start and scored. Played Man City next, today's opponent in the league, though. Junior Hoilett scoring an 83rd minute goal to win the game for us. So overall, not flashy, no loads of goals really. I mean, sort of stopped after the 4-0 demolition of AZ Alkmaar. Since then, we've really failed to score well above 1 goal. So hopefully that will be changed today. I doubt it will be changed today, actually. I was going to say I hope it will be changed, but I doubt it will be because it's Manchester City. But that win against them was huge for us. But all that means, though, is that we are currently sitting in 4th in the league with 2 games in hand on Newcastle and Man City, only 1 game in hand on Arsenal. But we're only 7 points off the top. So if we can win our 2 games in hand, we are potentially only 1 point off the pace of Manchester City, provided that Arsenal lose. Well, 2 points. We're going to be 2 points off Arsenal if we win both our games and they win their games. So, we're really in the title race still at the moment. But what's going to be important is during that Christmas period, which is now obviously we're now in December, so that Christmas period is obviously going to be really packed. We're going to play all these games. There's quite a few games. Okay, not particularly difficult opponents other than today's opponent, Man City. Really, you'd have to say we should win all of those games, but particularly going on our current form. But Christmas period games really do back up a lot, so we'll have to see how we go in that. But today I can play pretty much a full strength team because we are already through in the Europa League, so we're not going to worry about that. So it's pretty much as strong as I can go. I would say at the moment. Maybe the only exception would be Hazucha, because he's been amazing for us, but he played against Manchester City and started the league game, and I took him off midway through the second half because he wasn't playing well. He was at like a 5 point something rating, which was obviously very poor, and I put James Rodriguez on and then we scored, so a little bit later on. So whether or not that makes a huge difference today, I don't know, but I thought, if I can get any slight edge. I mean, that game against Manchester City was huge in the league. That late goal by Junior Hoilett, I mean, the guy's, he's done it time and time again, whether he's scoring the goals or providing the goals. He's the cornerstone of this team. He really is. Like, he's been with us now since day one. Obviously, they bought him in real life, and just a fantastic player. But other news in this save is that Malaga and Valencia both want me. They both offer me the jobs. Valencia sacked Rafa Benitez and offered me like £27-30 million transfer budget. Malaga wasn't as high. I'm not entirely sure what the Malaga one was because it was a couple of days ago I played that. But I did the Valencia offered me the job earlier, actually. I played a couple of games in building up to this one, and that's when they offered me, so I know that one still fresh in my mind. But no, I rejected them both outright. The media speculated I was the favourite for the job. Junior Hoilett's on the run, though. Junior Hoilett plays the ball through Carlos Fierro. Junior Hoilett coming up big again, gets the assist, feeds Carlos Fierro. Carlos Fierro scores his 50th goal for QPR. 50 goals for Carlos Fierro already. The guy's a legend now, quite frankly. And we're 1-0 up in the Capital One Cup. It's a slightly rotated team, actually, I think, from the looks of it, for the Man City team. Maybe they're not taking this competition as seriously as we are. But to be honest, I'm only taking it seriously, as I said, because we're already through in the Europa League. And I've not got a Premier League game coming up immediately. So why not give it a go? Let's try and win this trophy back. But as I was saying, the media speculated I was favourite for those Spanish jobs. And I said I denied any interest. Then they offered me the job anyway, and I rejected it. Then Malaga offered me it twice, despite me rejecting it, which PSG actually did in the summer, I believe it was. Or last summer or the summer before, they offered me the job and I rejected it. The PSG one, I think it was like 3 times I rejected the same job. They just didn't get the message. So whether or not that's a bit of a bug in the game, I don't know, but you'd think they'd get the message when I say no. both in the media and actually rejecting their firm offers. But I think coming through this Christmas period, things are going well. Obviously, fourth, potentially second in the Premier League, going into with the game. Obviously, if we win the games in hand, I mean we're second in the league potentially. So with all that in mind, we have to hold it together during this Christmas period, because that's where we fell apart last season. We weren't doing as well as this year, I believe, in terms of results or even league position, obviously. But we have to hold it together through this Christmas period. As I was saying, it's not an overly difficult run of games. They're all games we should win, really. You'd have to argue, but it's the way they build up. As you guys are aware, it's the same in real life, of course. And we have to rotate the team, keep the team rotated, keep the team nice and fresh, and hopefully by rotating the team they'll keep fresh and maintain some form. If we're rotating them consistently, then they get a good run of games, sort of thing. Like a player will play one game, miss the next game, play the next game, miss the game, play a game, miss a game. And so maybe that's not the best thing, really. In real life, that might not be the best thing, but in the game, maybe they'll be able to keep their run of form going. I don't know, but we'll have to see. The crucial thing is, though, we've got Carlos Fierro, who's obviously Rodriguez is on the ball, though. Rodriguez takes it wide, puts it across the goal. Fierro, goal. Is it in? Who scored it? Is it going to be an own goal? Own goal. But that was really well played, actually, by Rodriguez. Feeds it through to Fierro, and Fierro got Mika Richards to do the own goal. Well, that's 2-0 up. 2-0 up with 12 minutes to go. It looks like we're going through in the in the cup, which is quite good, actually. This is really unexpected. I was expecting, obviously, Man City obviously beat us in the Champions League final, so maybe these 2 wins might be, well, touch wood, 2 wins, provided we don't catastrophically fail now, but touch wood, 2 wins now, back to back. This is a little bit of a payback for the Champions League. Obviously, they beat us in a couple of seasons ago. Champions League final, I mean. That was really cruel. That still hurts, that defeat does, as you guys are aware how dramatic it was. Yeah, we're through in the cup. I thought they were going to score, and I was about to be like, oh, come on. Because you know what happens, but they score one, they'll score again. It's like, oh god. But 2-0. 2-0, 3 goals then against Manchester. A very good. Okay, it's a rotated team today. I think it was, anyway. For my brief look at it. It certainly seemed like a rotated team from Man City. But certainly 2 games against them, 3 goals, none conceded. Both of them at home, okay, yes. But we still beat them, a fantastic team, twice. Which is bloody impressive, I reckon. So, well played. Good stuff. Good stuff. Superb performance, excellent, brilliant, don't care, done. Right, so next episode, we're not going to find out who we've got yet, but we can probably... No, we can't even work it out, doesn't matter. Right, I reckon... I'm going to say United will win that, because United at home is very difficult, even for a fantastic Tottenham team. Sunderland should win that, because Blackburn are a Championship club, and Arsenal should win that, because they're obviously top of the Premier League. Man City are top of the Premier League, but potentially Arsenal are going to be top of the Premier League, and Newcastle obviously doing well, but not that well. Down in, what, 3rd? So it's not as good as Arsenal. Not that well, they're 1 position below, but yeah. No, Arsenal should win that. So I reckon it'll be United, Sunderland, and Arsenal, and myself through. If I got that right. So next episode will be Aston Villa. Next episode will be the Aston Villa game. Or will it be... No, we've got FA Cup. FA Cup, we've got Scunthorpe. So we should obviously progress in that game. But hopefully I can rotate the team nicely, effectively here. We owe Sampdoria 1 after them beating us earlier on in the season 2-1 away at their place. So we do owe them 1. But again, it will be a slightly rotated team, so that our form could potentially hit a brick wall here. But we haven't lost since September 9th? Yeah, September. We haven't lost a game since September. So really, we're doing well. Like, considering, like, if you look at Tottenham's form last season... Okay, we're not top of the league, but if we go on their form from last season, you see they had virtually no red dots, so we're on course to do something similar there, which leads me to suspect that we are potentially on course, whisper it quietly, for a title run, really. I mean, obviously 2 points, and there's a long way to go yet, but going on our trend of how we are playing, not losing, we are currently on course for a title run this season. But again, I maintain it. I think I said in the last episode, we've got to qualify for Champions League, and I want to win. I want to win the Europa League, to be quite honest. But if we win a cup, great. But yeah, so I'll come back for the Villa game, I think it was, in January, and I will see you guys next time.